Hi, I'm Larry Weiner from Performance West Group. We partner with a company called Mr. Norms, and we build a lot of Mopar vehicles, some of which are here at the show this week, among which is this very interesting Realtree Ram. It's a 2017 Ram 1500 four-wheel drive. Katzkin Leather called us and asked us if we'd consider building a vehicle using Realtree, the camouflage, to build a truck around that for the hunting, fishing, outdoor lifestyle enthusiast. And I said, certainly I'd be happy to do it. We've done these type of things in the past. So the first thing we did was source a vehicle and determine what would be good companies to partner with to build a vehicle that would be a cohesively designed vehicle to appeal to this audience and market segment, and all the while flattering Realtree camouflage graphics as well as a Realtree accented Katzkin leather interior. What you see here is the outcome of that design exercise. The interior pattern mirrors that on the outside, and they've done it, Katzkin's done it as an accent on the full custom leather interior. So you can see it on the wings and on the seat buns that it's got the same camouflage pattern essentially that you find on the outside of the vehicle. Speaking of that, what we did was we took a slightly different approach when we laid out the graphics package from Realtree, and rather than just paste on strips of Realtree graphics, we laid out a pattern that kind of has a performance or muscle car theme to give it a more sporting effect rather than just a pedestrian peel and stick thing. So as you see, it ends in almost like an RT style stripe, and we kind of got the idea RT, Realtree, Ram RT, kind of a conjunction there, a play on words or play on letters, but it seemed like appropriate. But we tried to give it a lot of attention to detail. On the body kit, for example, we put fender flares on at all four corners so we could run a little bigger wheel tire package. We put on these interesting heat extractors from the same vendor and ran the Realtree right up behind it. Instead of ending it right at the door cut line, we actually pulled it right underneath it. So it ends as a terminus for the graphics package, and it's clean and tidy and professional, factory looking, if you will. And so you got the Realtree graphics, and then the second thing we did was we framed it in white pinstriping so it had an accent against the black so it didn't just fade away into the black. So it gave it a finished appearance. Wheels and tires, those are TSW Black Rhino wheels. And while it's hard to see in the light, they have almost a champagne type bronzy accent to the simulated bead locker, which is what we tried to pick up on the heat extractors and the lower front pan underneath the front fascia. I started building vehicles 50 years ago, so now you know I'm really dating myself, and I didn't start at 3 years old either. Started building show vehicles and race cars back when I was a teenager, and it was a hobby, and ultimately decided at midlife to make it a career. And retired from my first career, started all over again at 46 years old, decided I wanted to build show cars for a living. And long story short, I connected with the Chrysler Image team and started building vehicles in conjunction with Chrysler. This is back in the mid-90s. And once I got started doing that, I ultimately did vehicles for Ford Image team, General Motors, Toyota North America, Mazda North America. So I've been doing this a very long time. One of our techniques is we like everything to have a very factory finished appearance. And so while these fender flares, for example, come done, they're finished in black, they didn't match the truck. So we completely break everything apart, color match it to the vehicle, and then put it back together and refinish them. Every part on the vehicle has to look integrated, that it belongs on the vehicle, that there is a composite approach to it, not just a random, whatever we can get, stick it on. Right down to even the BF Goodrich tires, those all-terrain TAs. They had the right tread pattern that what I felt matched the imagery of this vehicle. But we've been doing this a very long time, and so we do take a pretty clinical approach to who do we choose to partner with on a vehicle, what's the quality of their parts, their pieces. Katzkin Leather, their product quality is beyond reproach. Air Design, all the companies that partnered with us on this vehicle, who we are grateful for their participation, made it the success it is. There was a very, very defined approach to how we chose parts, how we finished them, how we applied them, color matching. These are the type of things that make a vehicle, an ordinary vehicle, a great vehicle. And certainly, even when we look at the hunting, fishing, off-road, where there may be perhaps a little less concerned about aesthetics, I think there's still a pride of ownership and a pride of their hobby and their passion. And we wanted to complement or flatter that using Realtree as that foundation on the exterior and building around that. Yeah, there really is. I hadn't done a truck like this in a very long time for this segment, and we had a lot of fun doing it, and the response has literally been overwhelming. I'm very flattered, and working with Realtree has been a privilege. I'd never worked with them before, and I think that you can look for more of these type of vehicles from us in conjunction with Katzkin and Realtree going forward.